There's a crisis leadership communication process that have taught leaders of many, many organizations, of influential organizations worldwide to mom and pops, to families, to moms and dads. And it goes by the acronym ACT. Credit goes to Crisis Care Network. Several of us there on the team put it together, and it just really works. So whether you're addressing thousands as the leader of this organization, a work group, or just one of those most awkward conversations in the hallway, remember ACT. A, acknowledge and name what happened. Use the real words. For you to be able to say, I am so sorry about the death of your coworker, Richard Johnson. That's powerful. It's compassionate and it's powerful. Wow, this guy used the real name. He used the word death. We duck that word in our culture. I'm so sorry about its impact upon you. Some of you knew Richard really well and were very close to him. This is really hard. Some of you didn't know him as well. Maybe some of you didn't even like him. But it impacts us because we're all part of this same company. And this is such a hard day. Now, if I'm a smart leader, I'm also going to, without dramatizing, without making it all about me, I'm also going to acknowledge the impact on me because it gives people permission to do that and it makes it harder for them to blame me. And so I'm going to say, I remember Richard's first day on the job. He was so excited and he did such a great job on the LMNOP project. I'm going to miss him too. I acknowledged the incident, the name, and the impact and gave people permission to feel it differently. C, communicate with both competence and compassion. People need information. When you're in fight, flight, freeze, you're like a deer during hunting season. Eyes are this big, ears are this big, you're poised, you're sniffing the air because you need information. Am I safe? How do I proceed? And so giving people information helps them to be able to move forward, get their arms around it, understand, feel a sense of order rather than chaos and confusion, and to do so. The challenge for leaders is that it's hard to be both competent and compassionate at the same time. Crises make you more of what you already are. And so some people who tend to be a bit more logistically minded become rigid and harsh and unapproachable and focused upon bottom lines. And those who look to them for leadership say, wow, yeah, they know their stuff, but they don't care about me. What a jerk. I'm not following them. They became a caricature, a polarized caricature of themselves. And other people under the stress of the pressure of traumatic stress tend to move the other direction and blubber. And it's nice that they care, but how do you follow a puddle? So for a responder to be able to support and script and coach, mentor somebody for how to communicate that way is invaluable. And then the T is to transition to a future focus. Never should this conversation be, well, that was interesting, but now what do we do? It needs to point to a positive new normal. It needs to point to an expectation of recovery, and it needs to have, and this is what's going to happen in the next minute, hour. Here's how you take care of yourself. Here's the resources available to you. This is what's expected of you. So A, C, and T.